Hello everyone. This is a video for Patreon only, which after a year will be available for everyone, of course. Because ultimately I want my content to be available for everybody. Today, last week we worked with one of the healing sounds. Today we're going to work with the first two healing sounds, and we're going to build up like this. So, first of all, what are the six healing sounds? First of all, this is for educational purposes only. Nothing that I post here should be interpreted as any kind of medical advice or anything. Absolutely not. Okay, so this is just educational purposes only. The six healing sounds is a practice that goes back to China. Um, Around 1500 years, this has been a practice. So these are for cleansing away negative emotions. So many of us have stored sadness or grief, or stored anger or fear or worry or hatred. We have these things stored that we hold on to. And the six healing sounds are about getting rid of this energy. Also, in traditional Chinese medicine, the five organs, which are the lungs, kidneys, um, liver, um, heart, and stomach and spleen. These five main organs in traditional Chinese medicine are associated with negative and positive emotions. Also, the five Chinese elements of metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. So a little bit different from the five elements that we're used to in the West, the five Chinese elements. Now, first of all, whether or not certain emotions are literally stored in the lungs, for example, grief or sadness, whether or not sadness is literally stored in the lungs, even if it could be just symbolic. So, if it's not literally stored in the lungs, you could look at the lungs as the symbolic storage place of grief and sadness. Same way with the kidneys, which we're working on today as well. According to traditional Chinese medicine, in the kidney areas where fear is stored. But whether or not that's literally true, even if it's not literally true, you can look at the kidneys as the symbolic center or location of these negative emotions. So basically, this practice involves cleansing the internal organs of negative emotions, breathing in positive energy, and storing that positive energy in the organs. So this is from traditional Chinese medicine. This is all just educational purposes. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a meditation. I'm gonna be guiding y'all through this meditation. So first of all, feet planted on the floor. We're gonna work through our grief and sadness. Okay, using this method. So, using this method, we're going to work through our grief and sadness. So, the lungs, in traditional Chinese medicine, the lungs are said to be where we store grief, sadness, and grief. Okay? So, unprocessed grief and sadness that may be stored there for years. This is about clearing away that grief and sadness because we don't need it anymore. It's time to let go. So, the practice looks like this it's a meditation. First, you visualize, most of us see ourselves as in our heads. Step one is we visualize that we close our eyes, we visualize or imagine that we come down from our heads, down our necks, and that we are focused in the lungs. Step two, we're going to scan the left and right lung for any grief or sadness that may be stored there. I like to visualize these negative emotions as a black energy. So, any blackness in the lungs, looking left and right. Think of looking left and right as a delete key, like a delete key on a keyboard. So, the practice is come down out of your head into your lungs and with your eyes, well, your eyes are shut, but your eyes are actually looking left and right, looking left and right, looking left and right, but the eyes shut. And what that is, you're starting at the top of the lungs, looking into the left lung, looking into the right. Think of it as a delete key. You're going to delete any sadness or grief stored in the lungs. I start at the top, looking into the left lung, delete, 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 delete any grief or sadness, working down, 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 till you get to the bottom of the lungs, and then I move up again. From the bottom, looking left and right, imagining that I'm deleting any of the stored grief or sadness. Okay, deleting this. And then looking up and down, moving up and down the lungs, deleting any grief or sadness I see. Step 3, there is a sound and a position of the body. The position is to lock the hands, put the palms up and over the head, and with the sound you imagine that all of the grief and sadness that you have stored is coming out of your mouth like a black smoke. As you go, you're releasing all the grief and sadness, which you imagine goes deep, deep, deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. The next step is to visualize that you're surrounded by positive energies of righteousness and courage, which is associated with the positive emotions of the lung, element of metal. And then you breathe in this white light of courage energy and a brightness, and you store that in the lungs. And then you just repeat. The same process is done with the kidneys, which are associated with fear, any fear that you may be holding on to. So, that's a basic breakdown of what we're about to do. So, let's do this together, y'all. So first of all, get into a relaxed position. If you're not ready to meditate yet, then you can pause the video. When you're ready to meditate, hit play. So sit down, feet flat on the floor. Okay. Now, do this meditation with me. Close your eyes. Now, we're focused in the head. Now we're going to visualize that we're coming down the head, down the neck, all the way to we're now at the level of our lungs, at the top of the lungs. Now, with the eyes shut, but looking left and right with the eyes shut, we're like a delete key. We're going to delete any grief or sadness we see in the lungs. So moving up and down the lungs, delete any grief or sadness that you see stored there. Delete, delete. Think of looking left and right as like a delete key. Looking left and right, we're deleting any sadness, any grief that we have stored in the lungs. So we're looking left and right, deleting any grief and sadness that we may have stored. I normally sway left and right a little as I look left and right. That's what I like to do. Everyone has their own approach. So looking left and right, we're deleting any sadness, any grief that we may have stored in the lungs. Looking left and right, deleting any sadness, any grief that we may be holding on to. Looking left and right. Now, open your eyes, lock your fingers, and with a s, like an SSS sound, we're going to visualize that we're releasing any stored grief or sadness, and it's coming out of the mouth as a black smoke and going deep, 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 all the way to the center of the earth. So take a deep breath. Palms up. Rest your hands on your knees. Visualize that grief energy going deep into the earth. Deep into the earth. down into the earth. All that grief and sadness you've been holding on to deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. Now, visualize the white light of courage all around you. The white light of courage all around us. And breathe in this energy with one big breath. Breathe in the white light of courage. And now imagine that energy goes to the lungs. See the lungs filled with the white light of courage and righteousness. Now we're going to repeat the process. Close your eyes. We're coming down the head, down the neck, all the way to the lungs, and looking left and right. We're deleting any grief or sadness. Looking left and right, going up and down the lungs, deleting any sadness or grief that we have stored in the lungs. Again, whether or not it's literally there, even if it's not literally there, this is the symbolic storage place of grief and sadness that we've been holding on to. So moving up and down the lungs, looking left and right, like a delete key. Looking left and right, we're deleting any sadness, any grief that we may be holding on to. And now, open your eyes, lock your fingers. We're going to, with this position, fingers locked, palms up and overhead, and with the sound, we're going to visualize all the grief and sadness coming out through the mouth and going deep, deep, deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. So here we go. Take a deep breath. Rest your hands on your knees. See that grief and sadness going deep, deep, deep into the earth, down into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth to be recycled. Now, close your eyes. We're coming down the head, down the neck to the level of the lungs, and again, looking left and right, we're deleting any sadness or grief that's stored in the lungs. All right, and again, release the grief and sadness into the earth. Visualize that energy going deep, deep, deep into the earth, deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. And there it is, center of the earth. Okay, that's 3 times. We'll do 3 more. Close your eyes. We come down from the head, down to the lungs. We're going to repeat. Looking left and right, we're going to delete any sadness or grief that we have stored in the lungs. Looking left and right like a delete key. Going up and down the lungs, delete any sadness or grief that we may be holding on to. And again. Rest your hands on your knees. All that grief and sadness is going deep, deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. All right. Close your eyes. We're coming down to the lungs again. Looking left and right, we're deleting any sadness or grief in the lungs. And now, we're going to do it again. All right, and then one more time. Go down to the lungs, looking left and right, delete any sadness or grief that we may be holding on to. And now again. And now visualize you're surrounded by the white light of courage. Visualize a white shining light all around you. It's the element of metal, and it's courage and righteousness energy. Breathe in the energy. Fill yourself as you breathe in. Deep breaths, and then visualize all that righteousness and courage energy go into the lungs. All right, and again, visualize the white light all around you of courage. Breathe it in, deep breath. And visualize that white light of courage going to the lungs, filling the lungs with positive white light energy of courage. All right, and again, visualize the white light of courage all around you, the element of metal. It's the white, shining white light like the sun, light of courage. And take a deep breath, visualizing you're filling yourself with that courage energy. Here we go. And visualize that courage energy going to the lungs. All right. And then one more time, visualize the white light of courage all around you. Breathe it in deeply. And then store that courage energy in the lungs. All right, now the kidneys. The kidneys are located in the back, just underneath the, about where the bottom of the rib cage is, underneath that, but in the back. Okay? The kidneys are on each side. So we're going to visualize that we're coming down. Close your eyes, visualize you're going down your head, down the neck, all the way down, 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 all the way to in the back, the kidneys in the back. See the left and right kidney? This time we're going to look left and right. Visualize the kidneys as two pea-shaped organs in the back. We're going to look left and right. We're going to delete any fear. The negative emotion associated with the kidneys and element of water is fear. So looking left and right, we're going to delete any fear. Looking left and right, delete any fear stored in the kidneys. Looking left and right. So we're deleting the fear from the kidneys. Looking left and right. Delete the fear. Looking left and right, we're deleting any fear that we see stored in the kidneys. Looking left and right. And now, this position, lock your fingers again and place them around your knees. Okay, so like this and in front of your knees, and bend slightly. The sound is choo. We're going to visualize that we're releasing any fears. We go choo. We visualize any fear that we've been storing as a black smoke coming out of the mouth and releasing that fear deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. So here we go. Deep breath, lock your fingers around the knees. Release the fear to the earth. All right, rest your hands on your knees. See that fear going deep, deep, deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, all the way to the center of the earth so that it can recycle. Now close your eyes and visualize, it's the element of water. Close your eyes and visualize the blue energy of peace. Peace is the positive emotion associated with the kidneys. So imagine that you're surrounded by the blue light of water and peace. Breathe in deeply, inhale, and imagine you're breathing in all this peace energy. And then imagine that this peace is being stored at the kidneys. The cool energy of peace being stored at the kidneys. Again, we're going to repeat. Imagine you come down the head, all the way down to in the back the kidneys. Looking left and right, we're going to delete any fear that we have stored there. Looking left and right like a delete key, we're deleting any fear stored in the kidneys. Delete any fear. Looking left and right, we're deleting any fear that we see stored at the kidneys. Lock your hands like this, put it in front of the knees, and with the sound, we're going to release any fear deep into the earth. Deep, deep into the earth. Deep into the earth. See that fear energy. Rest your hands on your knees. See that fear energy going deep all the way to the center of the earth to recycle. And there it is. Now visualize the blue, it's the element of water, the blue light of peace all around you. Feel the sense of peace around you. With a deep breath, breathe in that peace energy. And then visualize the blue light of peace going to the kidneys. And we're storing peace energy in the kidneys now. Peaceful energy in the kidneys. Okay, now we're going to repeat. Close your eyes. Visualize you come down to the kidneys. We're going to delete any fear again that's stored there. Eyes shut, looking left and right into the left and right kidney. Looking left and right is a delete key. Delete any fear that's stored there. Delete your fear. Lock your fingers like this, put in front of the knees. We're going to repeat. Release the fear energy to the center of the earth. Visualize that fear going deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, to recycle, all the way to the center of the earth. Visualize the blue light of peace all around you. And then breathe in the peace energy. And then store this peace energy in the kidneys. Visualize that blue light of peace going to the kidneys, the healing energy of peace in the kidneys. All right. And again, visualize it. Close your eyes. Visualize that you're coming down all the way to the kidneys and looking left and right. Delete any fear. Looking left and right, delete any fear that we may have stored there. Looking left and right, delete any fear. Now, lock your fingers in front of the knees. Release any fear energy. Visualize it breathing out and deep into the earth. Here we go. With the sound. So here we go. Visualize that fear energy going deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth to recycle, all the way to the center of the earth. All right, now visualize you're surrounded by the blue energy of peace. Breathe it in. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hold on just a second. All right, so now breathe in. Visualize that there's the blue energy of peace all around you. Breathe it in. And let that peace energy go to the kidneys. The positive energy of peace going to the kidneys. Feel that positive energy there. All right. 2 more times. Come down, close your eyes, come down to the level of the kidneys, looking left and right, delete any fear. Now, lock your fingers. Breathe that fear out to the center of the earth. All the way to the center of the earth. All the way to the center of the earth. Visualize the blue energy of peace. Breathe in the peace energy. Store the peace energy at the kidneys. And now, one more time. Come down to the level of the kidneys and looking left and right, delete any fear. Lock your fingers in front of the knees. We're going to breathe that fear energy one last time into the earth. Visualize that fear energy going deep into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. Now visualize the blue light of peace one more time. And breathe it in, inhale deeply, visualize and breathe in that peace energy, positive peace energy. And visualize the blue light of peace, positive peace energy go into the kidneys. And now you're storing the peace energy there. So we've replaced sadness and grief, whether symbolically or literally at the lungs, and replaced it with righteousness and courage. And then we've removed fear, whether literally in the kidneys or just as symbolic for the subconscious, like sort of place. We've deleted fear that we've held on to and replaced it with peace. Now the last part in this Taoist method, we always end by gathering the energy at the navel, about 1.5 inches behind the navel. So close your eyes and visualize about 1.5 inches into your body, so behind the navel. So at the level of your navel or belly button or navel, but 1.5 inches behind it, further in. So visualize a ball of white light 1.5 inches behind your navel. And for men, you visualize 36 times clockwise. For women, 36 times counterclockwise. So we're going to spin the energy 36 times. Again, that's clockwise if you're male, counterclockwise if you're female. That's just what the tradition says. So here we go. Visualize the ball of white light. And now we're going to circulate that sphere behind the navel 36 times. And so you just visualize like a little beach ball or a little ball of white light behind the navel, 1.5 inches further into your body. All right, so 36 times. And then after you finish that, 24 times the opposite direction. So 36 and 24. So here we go. All right, and that completes this meditation. And more videos coming out. I'm doing this for Patreon. But yeah, let me know what y'all think and let me know how that works. So that's getting rid of some of these negative emotions, which traditional Chinese medicine says are stored in different organs, and replacing it with positive energy. And of course, we end by gathering the energy at the navel, which is considered a safe, rooted place to store excess energy. Anyway, so more videos like this coming out. I very much appreciate my Patreon supporters. I really appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great day, y'all.